we received 10 new games for the Sega Genesis Mini. Because mine Nintendo doesn't need Microsoft, but the other way around is vital for. Yeah, very much. Well, I see. Here's the thing. I think Nintendo could use Microsoft because their online infrastructure is horrible. So it would be nice to team up with somebody who has a better online infrastructure. 10 new games were announced for the NES Mini. Let me see if I can find the specific list of the 10 new games. Is this them? I think these 10 were the last. I want to make sure that I'm looking at the right thing. Genesis Mini. I think these are the right 10, but I want to make sure. Okay, here we go. Nintendo's online infrastructure, not a good one. This thing is turning out to be the best of the mini consoles. Yeah. Okay. If you are not, I don't know why you wouldn't skip ad. I don't know why you wouldn't be familiar with gaming, but for whatever reason, the image changed. There we go. I have to find a way to separate that. They announced 10 new games for the Genesis Mini. The Genesis Mini is coming out, I believe, this year. It's going to have 40 games on it that they have said. They had announced 20 up to this point. The other day they announced another 10. So let's go over the 10 that they announced first. Vector Man. Very awesome Vector Man. It's not. If it wasn't, I would have been wildly surprised if it wasn't there, but I would not have been heartbroken if it wasn't there. Wonder Boy and Monster World. I'm actually very excited that is on there. I've been wanting to get the Switch game for a while, so that's actually really cool that that's on there. September 19th it comes out. Thank you. Phantasy Star 4. I think everybody knew Phantasy Star 4 was coming. So I don't think there's any concern, and I don't think there's any question that Phantasy Star 4 was coming. I'm jumping around here because I'm going to save some goodies. Golden Axe. I'm actually pretty excited for Golden Axe. Golden Axe was very popular in the arcades. I also knew it to be a very popular Genesis game. Beyond Oasis is a bit of a surprise. I think that was a good game that kind of flies under the radar and people don't really talk about it. So it'd be nice to see people talking about it again. Alex Kidd and the Enchanted Castle. Decent game. I think he was supposed to be like one of their mascot attempts. Along with Sonic and Dynamite Headdy and Kid Chameleon. And yeah, none of them worked. Well, Sonic worked. Speaking of Sonic Spinball. I am so happy that Sonic Spinball is on there. I know people bash that game. Yeah, Toe Jam and Earl. Yeah, that was another one of their mascot attempts. I am so happy that Sonic Spinball is on there. I don't know why people don't like it. I'm not entirely sure what it is that people don't like. The controls were a little stiff. Define worked. Yeah, that's Ever Oasis. Yeah, Beyond Oasis was a Genesis game that I don't think ever left the Genesis. I don't think Beyond Oasis has ever been on anything else. Isn't Sonic Spinball on everything? No, I think Sonic Spinball is just Genesis, right? I think it might be on a couple of compilations. Yeah, I know it's on a couple of compilations. The pinball game based on Sonic Saturday. Yeah, I guess it was based on Saturday AM. Sonic Spinball is on Steam. Yeah, but it's on Steam. Now we have it on the little box that looks like a Genesis. But yes, it's on Steam, but now it's in a little plastic housing. Yeah, I loved Sonic Spinball. I don't understand why people don't like it. I could swear it's like on every AR Mega Man. I don't know if it's on every Genesis compilation. I'm pretty sure it's been on most of the Sonic compilations when I think about it. My problem is that I just don't go for the Sonic compilations. I have Spinball in box. I have Spinball. I don't have the box for it. Spinball is the only. I'm looking at them right now. Spinball and 3D Blast are the only two Sonic games that I don't have the box for the Genesis. Hold on. So we're gonna go back. So what I say? I said Wonder Boy, Vector Man, Sonic Spinball, Phantasy Star 4. I think we all knew that was going. Golden Axe, Beyond Oasis, Alex Kidd, Ghouls and Ghosts. Nice to see Ghouls and Ghosts get remembered. I love that series, and I don't know why it doesn't get more attention. Like, people don't talk about Super Ghouls and Ghosts as much as they should. It was awesome. I would like to pick up Maximo for the PS2. That's supposed to be like an homage to Ghouls and Ghosts. Okay, these last two. I'm gonna talk about these last two. Do you love I love Sonic Spinball's music. These last two are interesting. Was Ghouls and Ghosts? I believe there was Ghouls and Ghosts on the TurboGrafx. No, if there is, I don't have it. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. You can blame your nephew for that. Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. I like this edition. However, I have a problem with the fact that the Genesis Mini in the US is not coming with the 6-button controller. One of the videos I watched, RGT85. I watched RGT85. He did the reveal for the 10 games. And he confirmed with them that these Genesis controllers from 8BitDo, I think they're the ones that do the Genesis controllers, that they will work with the Genesis Mini, which is fantastic. But it means that I have to go and buy a separate controller from a separate company in order to play Street Fighter effectively. Because if anybody did not play, if you ever played Street Fighter Champion Edition on the Genesis with the 3-button controller, it's ridiculous. It really is stupid. You get all the kick buttons or all the punch buttons, and the start button switches between them. So you can't pause the game. Yeah, it's not fun. So right off the bat, if you want to play, that's why Street Fighter 2 is a great addition, but if you want to play it, it now raises the price point for the system, because now you have to buy these $15 controllers, and you probably want 2 of them, so now you have to buy $30 worth of controllers in addition to the system. So I'm actually not okay with that. I'm okay with the game being on there, but I'm not okay with the fact that the system, because I didn't care that the system wasn't coming with a 6-button controller. Now I care. Now I have a problem with it. Did they ever say why we're not getting? I don't know, because it's coming. The Japan, and I don't know about the UK, but Japan I know definitely is getting 6-button controllers with their systems. Ghouls and Ghosts is interesting. Everyone talks about Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the Super NES more than the Genesis version. I only played the arcade version. I don't even hear that many people talk about Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the Super Nintendo. I don't even hear anybody talk about that one. Let me have a check for the UK. Thank you, Elements. Here in Canada, just one of those controllers are over $30. Welcome, Shiro, by the way. $30. So now your $60, $70 console has gone up in price, assuming you want to play just this one game, because all the other games are playable with the 3-button controller, which was not even that good of a controller anyway. You can't pause the game. Sounds torny legal to me. I can confirm UK gets the 3-button controller, so only Japan is getting the 6-button controller. Not cool. Not cool with that. Probably import it. Yeah, Mendez, you can import them. The 8BitDo, I think it was 8BitDo, they sell the controller that it's confirmed to work with the system, and they're $15 a piece. The problem is having to go and buy something else. The NES Mini and the SNES Mini, what makes them so great is that that's all you need. You go and you buy it and you take it home, and that's it. There's not extra wires. There's not extra controller. Well, the NES, I think, came with one controller. But you don't. The SNES came with 2 controllers. You don't need anything else. Now you will. Is it confirmed that the controllers are USB? That I'm not sure of. I know that, like I said, those other controllers are confirmed to work, but I don't know if they have some sort of adapter. They're probably USB controllers, which would be great, because I would love to have a USB 6-button controller for my computer. The curse of Japan only. So yeah, so I'm not super duper excited about that one. I am, however, excited about the last game, Mega Man: The Wily Wars. I have never had the opportunity to play this game. I knew it existed, and even when I knew it existed, I wasn't entirely sure. I thought this game had an extremely limited US release. Apparently, it did not ever have a US release. It was a UK release. It's the fact that it's from a third party and not direct. Yeah, that's also a problem. I had someone's from playing Wily Wars. The Wily Tower is worth visiting. That judging by this image, if they are USB, you're okay. Oh yeah. Go right ahead, Lilac. I have links enabled there. Wily Wars basically lost media unless you're in Europe. Yeah, it had a US release on the Sega channel. There we go. Thank you. So basically it never had a physical release. It had a Sega channel release, and that's it. This makes 8-bit though is quality. Lizard, well, one thing I want to specify, 8-bit though does make super quality items. Mega Man Wily Wars being on the system makes the whole system worth it just for Mega Man Wily Wars. Because if you tried to buy a copy of that game, you would probably pay close to as much as the Genesis Mini. That would be like taking the Super NES. I mean, the Super Nintendo Mini was if you tried to buy those games physically for what you got on the system, you'd probably have paid $300 for those games. But imagine the Super Nintendo Mini right out of the box having something like Hagane on it, a $400 game. You know, Wild Arms is just a $200 game. Imagine if it had Earthbound on it. Nobody would bother buying Earthbound because it would just buy the SNES Mini. I have SNES controllers from them. The Mega Drive 6-button would be gorgeous to own. Yeah, it kind of would be. Stuff like Wily Wars, Castlevania, and the Mickey Mouse games have solidified my... Yeah, Shiro, I'm pretty much at the point where this is definitely happening. And you know what the best part is? The best part about all of this, about these 10 games, about the 20 games before it, is that A, there's still 10 more games to be announced. And B, we're probably going to be able to hack it and put even more games on it. So get your ROMs of Herzog Zwei ready to go. Or is it Zwei or Zui? Contra Hardcore. If Hardcore hits, because we didn't get confirmation of Hardcore. Oh, Contra Hardcore was confirmed. That's right, we did confirm that on there. This thing is amazing. So what are we missing here? So hold on. We've got, in addition to those games, we've got Sonic 1, Sonic 2. We have not gotten the announcement for Sonic 3 yet. I'm curious to see whether or not we're going to get Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, how they're going to do that. What do we got? Bloodlines, Echo. Doesn't look like we have Echo 2. Earthworm Jim 1. No Earthworm Jim 2 yet. Mean Bean Machine. We could get Sonic 3D Blast, and they could just have... If we get Sonic 3 with Knuckles and Sonic 3D Blast, we'll have all of the Sonic games. All of the Sonic-themed games. Alter Beast, Comic Zone, Gunstar Heroes... Oh, Gunstar Heroes. Earthworm Jim, but not Earthworm Jim 2. Castle of Illusion and World of Illusion are very odd inclusions. Thunder Force 3, but not Thunder Force 4, right? We didn't get Lightning Force. We didn't get Lightning Force. Super Fantasy Zone, Shinobi 3, Streets of Rage 2. Did we get Streets of Rage 1? And Landstalker. Okay. Yeah, because SNES Mini was worth to a lot of people because of the official release of Star Fox 2. Absolutely. Musha. And see, some nut job is going to double dip and import a Japanese copy too for those Puyo RPG elements. Are you that nut job? If Sonic 3 and Knuckles gets confirmed, that'll just be the icing on the cake. I'm talking quality cream cheese icing here. What I would like to see is Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and then the ability to play Sonic 3 with Knuckles. I would like to see that all combined into one version with M2 doing it. It would not be surprising if they do it. We're going to get Sonic 3, CD, and Knuckles and Knuckles. Oh, no Ristar yet. Yeah, no Ristar. Ristar or Ristar? I say Ristar. Sega has been doing some magic with the games they got for this thing. If they manage to get Sonic 3 on here, which means Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And oh my god, I feel like I wouldn't need to hack it. Yeah, Minion, and that's the thing. At this point, hacking it would just be extra. Like, even without 10 games, let's be completely honest. How about this? We're gonna do this. Even not knowing the 10 games that are left, let's pretend that this is it. That this is the 30 games. If you hacked it, what would you put on there? Other than Musha, for anybody that would want to put Musha on there. Maybe some of the sequels like Vector Man 2. Like, what would you put on there? It doesn't even seem, the SNES had some blatant omissions that you wanted to hack and put on. Boom, I gotta have Chrono Trigger on there. I gotta have, they put Final Fantasy 3, I want Final Fantasy 2. Like, there are certain things that felt like omissions that you would put on there. I'm not entirely sure what we should feel like we're missing here. Pulse Man, Pong. I'm holding out for Trampoline Terror. Sega Nintendo needs to go to Sony and tutor them. Fox, after the Genesis Mini, I would like to see M2 talk to Sony and say, let us do this. Let us do one that is correct. And make it like the white PS1. The I have it back there. It's behind the thwomp. Make it like the PS1 Mini. So it's like the small white system, and then you let M2 deal with porting everything over. Put Disney, Aladdin, Lion King, and Animaniacs game for sure. E.T. Crusader of Senti. The PS1, not the PS1. Yes, PS1 spelled out. Superman 64. That's the 64 Mini. The 64 Mini has the Superman 64 and only Superman 64. The one with the display. Well, they make a display for it. But yes, this system. My system has a sticker on it because I used to like putting stickers on my systems. This one. You see, it's this pretty girl with wings. There you go. Which I do have the screen for that. I have the interact screen. Lizard, yes. Warsong. Warsong, a.k.a. Langrisseer. Lethal Enforcers 1 and 2. By the way, I ordered from GameStop another copy of Apollo Justice. Okay. Oh, that's right. You got a fake one. I would not trust them for another one. Hacking in a bootleg Mega Man X3 Genesis version. Ooh, I think they did a Genesis version of Virtual Fighter 2. Throw that on there. If Sega's doing this good with the Genesis, imagine if they did. Oh my god, if they were able to do a Saturn Mini, I would poop my pants out of excitement. There's one game the Genesis Mini must have. Crazy Bus. Yeah, this is, that Power Rangers fighting game. You know what we could get? Hyperstone Heist. Oh my god, we got to get Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist. I think that's one of the few games that we're missing. I'm looking at my Genesis game. Oh, you know what we're missing? Rocket Knight Adventures. We're definitely missing Rocket Knight Adventures. I think we only got Streets of Rage 1 so far, or Streets of Rage 2. I would like to see the other Streets of Rages. Did you try the Tetris DLC yet? Mendez, no. I didn't buy it yet. I will probably buy it at some point. Hopefully, I'll just wait long enough and it goes on sale. Yeah, Rocket Knight Adventures, I think, has a place on there. And Sparkster. Was Sparkster on the Genesis, or was Sparkster on the Super Nintendo? I love you and Johnny's playthrough of Hyperstorm. That was so long ago. I forget. Did we play that on hard? You got Mickey games, so we could totally have the TMNT game. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Elements. You're right. We already have the Mickey games, and Rat King was in the Turtles game, so they might not include that. Sparkster was on both. Okay. Tetris DLC. Something doesn't sound right. Here comes the Sega Saturn Mini. Poopy pants. Oh my god. Yeah, we did play that on hard. Yeah, that's right. We should have played Turtles in Time. Turtles in Time is the superior game. Sorry, Hyperstone Heist lovers, but Turtles in Time was definitely the better game. Yeah, they're very different. They're two very different games. Chaotix, well, that's Sega. That's the 32X. Should we just get a 32X Mini with everything on it? A 32X Mini that attaches to the Genesis Mini. It looks like the 32X, but there's a little wire that you plug into the Genesis Mini. Kyrie Hawk rating with a party of 3. Welcome everybody. I may change 1,000 bullets to the face. Oh well, hold on. If you're gonna give me bullets to the face, I've got something for that.
Bloody hell! Bloody hell!
Oh, thank you, Trevor Slattery. I could have Doom. It could have Doom with the 32. Ooh, it's fine. The 32X Mini would just have everything on it. A 32X Mini with all 5 games on it. No, Hawk goggles. That would be the Super Graphics. The Super Graphics would have all 5 games on it because that system literally had 5 games designed specifically for it. Man, I'm so excited for Nintendo Wii Classic. Had to throw Trevor Slattery in there. I had to throw Trevor Slattery in there. Or should, instead of Trevor, instead of the Mandarin, the wonderful version of the Mandarin that we got, should I maybe put Danish Starscream? What do you think? Should I have Danish Starscream somewhere lined up?
Autobotterne har tabt for oceaner år siden, hvis det var mig, der havde bestemt.
If we ever got a Saturn Mini, I demand to have Burning Rangers on. Oh my god, Burning Rangers, Panzer Dragoon 1, 2, and Saga. Well, it looks like you did that already. Ray, that is a scene from the OG Transformers cartoon, but in Danish, and that is Starscream's voice. Sounds like Swedish Chef Starscream. I don't know why I love it. I think it's just because if you've seen the scene, that clip from the show, Megatron talks, Soundwave talks, and Shockwave talks, and it's fine. Like, the way they're talking, it's in Danish, but it's all robot voices. It sounds great. And then for some reason, Starscream just sounds like that. And it drives me crazy. Don't forget the Saturn version of Mega Man 8 and Symphony of the Night. I doubt Symphony would happen, but Mega Man 8 would be a welcome inclusion, especially with Wily Wars going on the Genesis, so it's not like it's out of the question. I look the size of that scarf. Nobody wonder you can't talk meat. Reminds me so much of Sasuke's German voice in Naruto. Yeah, and I was worried. You know what's funny? I was worried about putting that on there because I didn't want people to think that I was making fun of like Danish accent or anything. But it's not Danish accent. It's his voice. It's the way his voice comes off in that scene. It makes me laugh so much. SpongeBob in German sounds like the angriest person ever. Yeah, I was worried about putting it on there, but I'm like, no, I have to put it on there. If somebody really complains, I'll take it off. But it's so funny. But yeah, okay. So this Genesis Mini, I mean, this thing is great. This thing is turning out to be what a fantastic inclusion for these last 10 games. 9 of which I'm really excited about. Well, kind of excited about, and one a Street Fighter. Russian SpongeBob is pretty amusing as well. The voices doesn't really AR. That's exactly what it is. Like I said, all the other voices sound like robots, and then.
Autobotterne har tabt for oceaner år siden, hvis det var mig, der havde bestemt.
I can't. It's so crazy. Okay. There we go. See, I have to put that button somewhere else. Switching gears one more time.